What's up, guys, and welcome back to another man versus deer video. In today's video, we're going to be making some habanero egg venison smash burgers. Let's get after it.
This is probably one of my bigger bucks to date.
Guys, I cannot believe that actually worked.
Looks like a double lung shot.
It was hot, really hot.
Welcome back to the channel, guys. If you're new to the channel, make sure to smack that subscribe button. Definitely like the video, and for sure leave a comment. I love hearing from you guys. It is a cold January morning. It's just past the new year, and the weather outside is super nasty, so there is nothing more I'd rather do than make some delicious venison smash burgers, and that's exactly what we're gonna do. The idea I have is to use some habanero cheese, put a fried egg on top, and I think these things are just gonna turn out delicious. So with that being said, let's jump into this. All right, so to kick this video off, we're gonna be starting with our sauce. Every great burger has a great sauce. This one is gonna be no exception. And our sauce is gonna be mostly mayo based. So we're gonna put a pretty decent chunk of that in here. In addition to mayo, I've got some Frank's Red Hot sauce. We're gonna use this to give the sauce a little bit of a kick. So I'm gonna put a decent amount of that in here. I'm also gonna season it with some black pepper. Just a hint of garlic powder, and just a touch of lemon juice. And I may add a tad bit more Frank's if it doesn't get the color that I like. The next thing that a great burger needs is toasted buns. So we're gonna toast these buns. That's gonna be the next step in this process. For that, we're gonna take just a little bit of olive oil, and then we're going to take a little bit of minced garlic. We're gonna mix those two together pretty good. So we're gonna take our stove and turn it up to about a medium-low heat, just enough to toast these buns. We don't want to overdo it. This is also going to serve as a double-edged sword, and it's going to get our skillet a little bit warmed and ready for the burgers when they go on. But we're just going to lightly coat these guys and then put them on here just like so. I usually have a brush that I use for this, but we recently moved and I can't find a lot of my stuff, so I'm making do. We're just going to make sure these get a nice little coat and onto the pan. So now that our buns are heating up and our pan is heating up as well, the next thing we're going to do is get our meat ready for these smash burgers. We're basically going to get it portioned up and into the little balls that we're eventually going to smash for the burger side of this. I personally like to run a mix of venison for burgers that is 2 parts venison and 1 part pork sausage. There are ways to do this without using an additional meat as a binder, but in my opinion, they just don't taste as good. But you can make these any way that you like. This is just how I like to do it. So in order to portion it up, I'm basically just going to start halving it. So I'm going to half this part, and this is going to help me keep these patties nice and proportioned. And then I'm going to half this part. Then I'm going to half this part, and I'm just going to keep doing that until I get the size portions that I'm after for these smash burgers. All right, so our pan's getting pretty hot. We got our patties portioned out, and these buns have a really nice toast to them. So we're gonna toast these last 2 up, and then we should be ready to throw some smash burgers on the grill. Normally I would use a griddle for this, but it's pretty cold outside and I don't have a really good griddle, so I'm opting for a griddle-like pan inside. Under normal circumstances, though, I would use a griddle for this. That's how they're going to turn out the best. You want to make sure that when you put your smash burgers on here that your pan is really hot. You want these things to cook fast. You want to get a nice crust on the outside, and you don't want it to take too long. We're going to finish toasting these buns, and we'll throw some of these patties on here. All right, guys, our buns are toasted, our patties are portioned out, and we are ready to put some of these on the grill. I did go back and make these just a tad bigger because I thought they were too small. And we're gonna put one of these on here. Under normal circumstances, I would have some wax paper, but I don't. So what I'm gonna do is use this small little pan to kind of smash them down, and I got a metal spatula to peel it off the bottom side. Just like so. And we are cooking. While these things are cooking, I'm going to take and season one side with Tony Chachere's Creole seasoning. Gives them a little bit of a kick, and they're pretty thin. They cook pretty fast, so you only need to season one side. It does not take these things very long to cook. We're going to flip them. Let them cook for a second on this side. And then the last thing I do is I put a slice of cheese on it to kind of glue the two together. Right before these things are done, I'm going to throw my cheese on. The cheese I'm using is actually a habanero cheese. And I really like cheese, so I'm going to go ahead and put 2 slices on here. And I'm going to stack this other patty on here. Alright guys, I just got done cooking all the patties. The last thing I'm going to do, because I absolutely love it on a burger, is I'm going to fry an egg. And I'm going to put that sucker right on top of my burger.
What's a sucker?
The only thing I put on my egg is a little bit of pepper. Alright, now that everything's done, we got our burger with our habanero cheese, we got our toasted buns, we got our fried egg. We're going to build this burger. So I've got my sauce that we made over here, and I'm a sauce guy, so I'm going to slather this thing in sauce. I absolutely love a ton of sauce on my burgers. Cool thing about these is they're pretty customizable. You can make it the way you like. Next thing I'm going to do is add my burger to it, just like this. And then the last thing I'm going to do is top it with my fried egg and set the other bun on top. Alright guys, this smash burger is done. It's got 2 burger patties on it, 2 layers of habanero cheese, an absolute ton of sauce. And I don't want to wait to dig into this thing, so I'm not going to. Oh my gosh, guys, that burger was straight fire. The habanero cheese, the Frank's hot sauce in the sauce itself, and then the Tony Chachere's that I put on there for seasoning gave it just the right amount of kick. The burgers had a nice crispy crust on them. The buns were toasted perfectly, and the fried egg, they just make any burger. You gotta try one of these for yourselves. If you haven't, make sure that you do. It's really hard to mess up this style of burger. You can't undercook them, you can't overcook them. Really easy to do. Definitely try it at home yourselves. That pretty much brings us to the end of the video. If you like what I'm doing, make sure you smack that subscribe button. Definitely like the video, and for sure, leave a comment. I love hearing from you guys. Make sure if you want to see certain types of videos out of me that you drop that in the comments below. Make sure that you check the link in the description to my shop. It directly supports the channel. I really appreciate you guys watching. I will catch you in the next one.